Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Joseph Cipriano here over at Palmetto Physical Medicine in Greenville. Today we have our Army veteran here. So he's coming in, I've been seeing him a little bit, and his main complaint is that low back. Kind of describe the pain. It's all right in that low back, right?
Yeah, all right down through here.
All right down through there? Okay, perfect. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get the adjustment done, we're gonna check out the low back with some orthopedic tests, and we're gonna see what's really going on. And then I'm gonna do a step-by-step of what I do for him with that low back. So first I'm gonna have you lay face down for me. Okay, so right away, right when I check everything out, I like to come down to the feet, and if you can tell, with pushing in, his right leg here is shorter than his left. Also, another thing, when I glance up and look up on the spine here, this right side, this hip is raised up over here, so I can see his body's tilted like that. So these are things that I look at right off the get-go, right when a patient lays down. I'm looking for, that symmetry I want on either side of his body. So now I'll come up through the spine. What I'm doing is palpating. Palpating is just, I'm literally just pushing it. I'm feeling the muscle tonicity. I'm feeling if there's any tension, any spastic muscles. I'm feeling if there's any restricted vertebra, any movement that's not gliding or moving how it should. And I'm literally just gonna go up the spine from the lumbar through the thoracic here, and then go all the way into the cervical spine. So also when I get up here, his left trap is a little bit more taut and tender than his right side. So we do have some issues going on, in the neck and across the shoulders as well. But I mean, I can only imagine what he went through and the amount of stress that has been put on his body in the years. So, definitely got a lot of work here ahead of us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with all the way up top here. We're going to start our adjustment up, and we're going to make our way down here. So I like to start off with we're going to be doing the T1 adjustment on the left here. Good. That moved really well. And then we're going to be coming down to the T2 on that right. Perfect. Got very good movement there. Already, even with that with those two adjustments, I can already feel just that trap, that muscle already release. So that's always a very good thing here. So I like to go through the rest of the thoracic, and I'm finding areas where I'm almost feeling like a dip in the spine. And when I feel those areas right through here, this is where I'm going to have him take a deep breath in and exhale all the way out. Perfect. That right there, and I felt that, go back into place. Things like that are what I'm looking for and feeling for. So now, I want to start coming down to his low back. So we're going to be doing a couple different things. All right, what I'm first going to do, I'm going to put pressure on your sacrum, and I want you to raise one leg at a time, but I want you to raise your leg like that for me, okay? So relax. Put pressure on the sacrum. Raise this left side as high as you can. Any pain, tenderness, tightness with that? So he's got a little bit of pain and tenderness on that right side. You can relax that leg. So he's got a little bit of pain, tenderness over here. Now I want you to raise this leg up for me. Any pain, tenderness, tightness? So when he raises his right leg, he's getting it on his left side. Now, if you guys noticed at home, his left leg went up significantly higher than his right. So what that's telling me is that his sacrum is turning more towards that left leg. So what I want to do is I want to straighten that sacrum out. And what it's causing is the ligaments and the muscles on the left side here are very loose, and they have the ability to raise that leg as high as it can. But now on this right side, everything is taut and pulling, so he's restricted. He can only pull his leg up about this high, and then everything is pulling. So what I'm going to have you do is I want you to cross this right foot over the left. We're going to do drops, and with the drops I'm going to do a torquing technique. So I want to bring that sacrum back over to the right. Okay, uncross your legs. Now I'm gonna have you bend that right knee for me. Yep. There we go. So every time what I was doing with that is I'm helping bring that sacrum, that tip of the sacrum at the bottom, I'm helping pull that over. So every time I raise that leg up a little bit more, those ligaments are pulling on the sacrum, and then when I do that drop down, it slowly, kind of literally millimeter by millimeter, is just pulling that over. So now what I want to do is I want to recheck. So I want you to raise this leg up as high as you can. Good, relax. Raise this leg up as high as you can. Better, a lot better, good. That's what I like to see here, perfect. We can also come back down to the leg length. And as you can tell, his legs are now completely balanced. So that was more of his issue on this today, was going to be right through that sacrum. So now what I want to do is I just want to make sure and clear the rest of his spine up. I know with him, so I'm going to have you sit up for me first. I'm going to have your feet come face that way for me. So we still have the rest of the thoracic spine to clear out. So I'm going to have you give yourself a big hug. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Perfect. You can relax your arms. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the Y-axis distraction. He has had this done before, so it's not going to be too much of a shock for him, but for anyone at home, what this is going to do is it's going to take pressure literally off all of the nerves going all the way down the entire spine. So what happens is every day you have gravity that just pushes and pushes and pushes you down. And what this is going to do is going to reverse that gravity, and we're going to pull everything apart. Okay, lift your head up. Good. There we go. There we go. How was that? So now for him, I can tell that he felt that going, literally just distracting all the way down like that. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you flip over. I'm going to have you go face down for me. So one last thing right at the end. So typically also, you know, with being at the office, one thing at the end, what I like to do, just because there was so much movement going all the way down, I like to use what's called the vibrocursor, and it's just a soft tissue technique, and we're just going to take this down. We're going to go along all the muscles along the spine here. The reason that I'm going to do this is it'll help relax those muscles so we can get like a longer holding adjustment, and that's typically the whole point. I love that he comes in and I love that I see him, but I don't want to see him, you know, 3 times a week right away. I want to gradually get him towards a maintenance type care plan. So I'm literally just coming through and I'm following, you know, the spine. I like to start on the right side, literally just following the spine all the way down, and then going over those SI joints on the right. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. So on that left side, I'm going to go all the way down. And then as we come up to the SI joint, sit right on the SI joint and come off. And there we go. So this is what I'll do for a, you know, in his case with that low back, that his low back was showing a little bit more with that L5 and that sacral type issue, and that alone is where a lot of his tension was taking place from. So I'm Dr. Joseph Cipriano, and here we are at Palmetto Physical Medicine out in Greenville. If anyone's looking to schedule an appointment, I'll have everything listed here, in the info part, in the description part, and more than welcome to call up, send an email, and we'll get you on the schedule. Have a good one, guys.